Alrighty. Greetings, gentle ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Master Jamel to AI Global Legends, and I hope you guys are making it a great day. Today is Wednesday. Quantum Talk today. We're getting ready to turn it up. I hope everyone is bringing in the middle of the week with some positive affirmations and, using this technology to their best ability. I know I am. So let's get some shouts out to everyone who's joining us. I want you guys to put down in the chat what part of the world you guys are tuning in from. I know we're going live on YouTube. Got a few members there. Welcome to you all. We should be looking good. We're looking good. Ron Spence is in the building. Welcome, Ron.
Welcome to you.
Can you see my camera okay?
I can see it great.
Awesome. I'm testing out the new 4K camera here, guys.
Yeah, it's high resolution.
High resolution? Awesome. We got Julie tuning in from Texas. Hey, Julie. Thanks for joining us. Let's see here. Who else we got here? Don't be shy. Let us know what part of the world you guys are in. Oh, you can tell it's pretty crispy, huh? Julie said it's pretty crispy.
Where's she at in Alaska?
She's in, looks like she's in Texas here.
Oh, crispy that way. Okay.
Yeah, who else we have here? We got Shantae Smalls from SC. Welcome, Shantae. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's see who else we have here. That camera is dope. You know what? This is the GoPro, and I recommend everyone getting the GoPro. Go ahead. The GoPro is everything. You can go underwater with this GoPro as well and shoot some crazy videos, guys. So let's let a few more people load up before we kick this power meeting off. We got the legends. Yes, you can go underwater with the GoPro, and it comes with its own kind of like stick here. You can kind of connect it here and just have some fun with this puppy. Not too bad. It's roughly around 300 if you do with the GoPro 8. So it's really cool in regards to shooting video. So we're trying to get everyone to step up their video game. Everyone get their 4K camera so our videos will be really, really crispy. All right, guys. So let's see. Nice. Not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Best Buy is probably sold out, so probably got to find online somewhere. I went to Costco, so I got a Costco membership. Luckily, they had a program going on over there. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's get this party started. And again, thank you guys for tuning in on the Quantum Division of AI Global Legends. And my name is Master Jamel. I've been using this quantum technology since December, guys, and I'm feeling amazing. You know, I love the prosperity boost. I love the allergy. We got so many different boosts that we can choose from. And for you guests out there that's seeing this for the first time, we're going to go over some quick slides here so you guys could kind of get a little quick overview that lets you guys see what this whole technology is all about. Okay, so let's get into a few slides and kick this party off. All right, let's see here. A lot of people want to know, what is quantum energy, right? What is this quantum energy healing technology? What is going on here? So briefly, quantum energy healing is a natural healing method that utilizes your own body's life force, energy force here to bring about optimum wellness. This energy that flows through your own body is the same energy that sustains all living things. Okay, as explained by quantum physics, you might have heard of it referred to by Chinese name Qi, or Sanskrit, or Prana. All right. The quantum energy is harnessed with a simple yet powerful application. We are using the world's first, guys, first quantum energy wellness technology in the form of an application that can be accessed from most devices, your laptop, your tablet, your cell phone, your computer, or what have you. The structures in our brain controls things like behavior, motivation, long-term memory. Is designed to spark the connection between the old brain and the new brain, helping information that's available on a subconscious level be more accessible on a conscious level, guys. Our web app is designed to target your energy field with info boost. Okay, we call it info boost because it's information that's boosting your system here, your energy fields that are customized based on your own selection. It is a one-of-a-kind technology that can lead to a life-changing effects for our many subscribers, a collection of wellness products accessible with the click of a button. All right. A lot of people want to know, how do you just click a button and you get some wellness? This is the 21st century going into a whole new dimension, guys. What does this app consist of? All right. So the app consists of a library of quantum energy wellness boost ingredients, okay, that are stored in the cloud and then selected and managed with an online device, including your computer, tablet, or phone. All right. The info boost contain information we've linked with specific products like vitamins, herbs, minerals, and essential oils. So they're able to extract the energy information from these different nutraceuticals and vitamins and what have you, and send that to your energy fields, which is amazing, right? All right, so how does this application work? All right, a lot of people want to know, okay, I see that, it's some, healthy information going on here, and they're starting to understand that our bodies are harvesting information. So how does this app work? The information in the cloud is accessed through a web app. Okay, that's the web app we're talking about. This information is organized into infos that are designed to be focused directly to your energy fields, guys. The info boosts are possible through a quantum process that happens between our library and your energy fields, okay? All of the ingredients that are stored in the cloud in the form of information reach your body through the 0-point field. That's where all energies connect, the 0-point field. Do some research on that as well. And it happens with your voice scan. Hence, your body will receive ingredients that are required to heal itself, okay? Your voice scan is like an address, so that app knows where to send the information. Once the info boost is activated, it will be sent to you through the quantum physics, the 0-point field. And this takes place pretty much instantly, guys. So in a nutshell right there, the 0-point field is where all the energy fields connect. And with this quantum space, it's able to send it to your energy field, and it's activating based on your voice scan, okay? I hope that's not too confusing. Sometimes it goes over people's heads when they see this stuff, right? However, when you keep learning and tuning into these channels that we have going on, you'll get more and more information. Info boosts are the output of quantum energy that you set up with the web app. Each info boost is based on a specific boost ingredient and can be selected or by using our proprietary Spark scan that uses our body's feedback to provide the desired results, okay? What will you get with this application subscription? All right, so a lot of people ask this question, what all comes with this? It's a huge category that we have here. This unique quantum energy technology is managed through a simple online interface. You'll never have to carry any physical product inventory since all boost ingredients are stored in the cloud and are accessible online, okay? The usage of this web app, you will have access to over 600 unique quantum energy wellness products. We're constantly adding new products to this database. Is that Malik? I hear your camera coming on here, or some noise in the background. All right, some of the products that we focus on here, is pretty unique, you know, like energy. A lot of people lack energy, and so they're taking all these types of energy drinks. So we have a info boost for energy. Okay, so we've been able to extract some historically known nutraceuticals and botanicals that help, you know, give your body the energy that you deserve, right? Focus. Okay, we help you focus. I know one of our boosts called the info boost is called focus. You can actually turn that on during the day, and it kind of gives me a lot of energy if I'm on focus and energy combined. Man, I got 20/20 vision, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Another one here is vision for people who need the vision ingredients. Weight loss. A lot of people is having some great success with the weight loss right now. And I think we need to start focusing on that a lot more, because this stuff really helps, you know, boost up your immune system and help you lose weight as well. Allergy. This is one of my favorites because I'm always suffering from allergies. And, you know, just being an asthmatic guy, you know, allergies always affect me. I'm very sensitive to pollen and things of that nature. But I was actually able to press a button and watch my allergies clear up pretty much instantly, guys. So this is awesome. Calm, you know, calm is a good info boost that you could use to help calm yourself down. They actually created a chill out boost as well, and I think it's pretty similar to this. Detox. There's a lot of detoxing that our body needs to do. Digestion and gut. So all of these three right here are pretty much in the same category, because everything starts from the gut and the digestion system. So that's a great little formula that you guys could put together once you guys use it. Let me see here. Male and female sexuality. All right, that's you know, pretty good. A lot of people, you know, have some issues in this area, and it helps boost their whole male and female sexuality. So that's good to know, right? You don't need no more Viagra men out there. Immune system. I love this one as well. It helps boost the immune system, where like for me, having asthma, using this technology. Actually, the best one I used was the microbials, the antimicrobials. And that's really good. If you look in the application, it's called Today's Immunity. It's the same microbials that we use here. And that helped me, you know, basically I didn't get sick with the flu at all this year based off of this immune boost. All right. So I highly recommend trying that out for those of you that want to boost up your immune system. And that's very crucial these days, especially with Corona and all these things going on. Let's see. Inflammation is really good. You know, pain relief. I've seen a lot of people have some really good results with pain relief. You know, so if you're suffering from any types of pain, you know, instead of taking some ibuprofen, try out our application and see how it works for you, because it can help put the body back into balance. And then once the body's back into balance, then the pain tends to go away. So these are some highlights that we have right now with our different products that is crucial, because we have a lot of people actually in real life situations suffering from these things, right? Like sleep apnea. People can't go to sleep at night, but this sleep actually helps people get a great rest at night. And the thing is make sure you turn it off during the day, because you'll be sleepy all day. You'll be grouchy. You know, we know a lady who actually had this on for 14 days, and you know, 14 days with no sleep, or having it turned on 14 days all day. So imagine how she felt, right? So she was happy to know that you can turn this off at night. You don't have to keep it on for the whole 14 days, right? So these different ingredients here that's found with these different products, you can actually use it as needed. Okay, so if you're having some issues with allergy, you can actually turn on the allergy boost. And once your issue is resolved, you can turn it off, you know, so you can always, it's like on demand. So you have all these products on demand here. Strength is pretty powerful. I witnessed my son, he actually, you know, couldn't do any push-ups on a handstand, and he actually was able to turn on this boost. In a few days, he's doing push-ups on a handstand. So that was pretty amazing. I know we had some witnesses around that, and he actually put a video out showing this. And before, he could barely do a handstand. So, and then we have another individual that's on our team. He's a fitness coach for the last 20 years. and he's created some a boost around the strength. He calls it the Incredible Hulk, right? His Hulk boost. So he added a bunch of antioxidants and strength, and he was able to increase his strength by 10% in the first week, guys. So this stuff is really, really key to help building up your body and all that good stuff, right? Stress relief. I know with the situations that's going on all around the world, this is a good button to press to get some stress relief, guys. So I'm excited about what we have here. And let's move right on over to who could use this technology, okay? Anyone can use this technology, all right? We're not prejudging. Anyone can use it, all right? There are no known limitations while using the application. It is safe for infants, children, and adults of all ages, including people with pacemakers, orthopedic replacements, and pregnant women, okay? So it doesn't matter where you at in the world. I think it's one part. I think it's China that you can't use this right now, but we'll be breaking into China really, really soon. But other than that, there's a lot of places that you can use this technology, and it can get summons to your energy field. So yeah, so I've even seen people use it on their animals, guys. So and pretty soon we'll have a boost in the whole category just for animals. For those of you that are pet lovers, this technology can work for them as well. So we're learning that everything has an energy information component to it, even thoughts. So this is some groundbreaking technology that you all could use. All right. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead and open it up a little bit here. Let me see who I have with me. Let's stop the slides. I have Malik Amir. Hey Malik, how you doing? Thanks for you to join us.
Absolutely. It's great to be here. AI Global Legends.
The quantum division, right?
Quantum.
So once you tell the people here what kind of experiences you've had so far with technology.
Yeah, I've had a lot of great experiences with the technology. I think, for people who've heard a little bit of my story before, it wasn't something that I was really looking to benefit from health wise, but I was looking for more of like the mindset, the energy. And, to this day, I don't drink any coffee. I don't drink any energy drinks. So I think I'm going on probably about 5 months without having any coffee, any energy drinks. And it's been saving me a ton of money. So
Wow.
I've been using that money to buy more healthy foods to put into my lifestyle and things like that. I didn't really care about that type of thing before tapping into the info boost, but now I'm really careful about what I put into my body. I'm running these info boosts 24/7, and one thing that it actually did for me was it helped me to get off of pharmaceutical drugs, right? And we don't claim to diagnose or treat any type of illness or disease, but when I was 11 years old, I was hit by a car and broke my hip. So I was taking all types of pharmaceutical drugs from Vicodins to, ibuprofens when they wanted to kind of get me off of the Vicodins, and then taking Flexerals to be able to go to sleep at night. So I was able to get off of all of those drugs just by tapping into the info boost, using that sleep info boost that you talked about, and then also using a combination of sleep with the pain relief actually took away the need for taking pharmaceutical drugs. And this week I tried something new. I haven't really been using Resolve, but I tried to use the Resolve this week, and I've been pretty much using it the whole entire week, and it's been amazing. I've been actually mapping things out before they even happen, like solving big problems before they even come into existence. And it's just like with, if you want to build a house, you have to have the blueprint for that house, or else you won't have a foundation. And that's how I feel like it is with the Resolve boost. It's like you create the blueprints for the problems inside of your mind before they even happen. So it's truly amazing, and I would definitely recommend this to anybody who wants to take things to the next level as far as their mindset.
Right. That's awesome. Appreciate that, Malik. And for the guests here, just so we can give you guys kind of like a visual, what I like to do really quick is show a quick little visual for you guys, a nice little video that you guys can kind of relate to. So just to paint a little picture for you guys, okay? So stand by.
If you're like most people who are new to limbic arc, you've probably wondered things like, how does limbic arc work? And how can it improve my life? This short video should help answer these questions and more. Let's get started. It's common knowledge that everything is made up of energy. It's also known that our bodies physically respond to energy. Limbic arc is designed to help facilitate that energetic response. Imagine you're having trouble sleeping at night. There are elements that many people find help them sleep better, such as lavender. We've assigned an energetic signature to lavender and added it to our vast virtual library. Limbic arc allows you to access this and any other item in the library. When you select lavender in the web app, it runs its signature and directs it to you. Limbic arc has collections of ingredients called info boosts for more than just sleep. You can run info boosts designed to address inflammation, help boost your immune system, help you focus, increase energy, and much more. Thousands of people have already felt the life-changing effects of using limbic arc every day. Learn more about this revolutionary technology on limbicarc.com.
Limbic arc, right? Well, yeah. So hopefully you guys got a cool little glimpse of visual on how this technology works, and we want to hear from another person here. We got Tracy here. Tracy, are you there?
I am. Yeah, my video just turned off, but my audio is working. So as far as like how this has been helping, there's just been so many ways, but most recently we've been pretty impressed with the energy. A couple of days ago, I was feeling really low energy, kind of, I think it was from being around just the energies of so many other people and kind of being zapped that way. So we got home for the rest of that night, and then all day yesterday, I was just really having no motivation, like couldn't really do much. So I finally thought about last night turning on the energy boost. So I turned the energy boost on, and immediately within just like a few minutes, I just came back to life and was able to like do things like respond to messages that I needed to respond to, and just get up and kind of be here with my family instead of being just in the room all by myself. So that was nice. So that kind of just brought me back to life. So that was really, really nice. And then last night I had already created the boost, and I thought that I already had it on my son's girlfriend, Bree. She's talked about the anxiety before, and I had created like an anxiety boost for her. But I did some research, and like we all kind of have issues with kind of picking up other people's energy and that sort of thing. And then it affects us. And so I had looked, I was just looking online and, Googled some ingredients for, anxiety and things like that. And I actually came across a formula called Empath. And it was created like by empath for empaths. And I was like, what is this? So I looked at it, and basically that's what it's for, like people who kind of pick up on other people's energies and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I took all those ingredients that was in that formula, which costs about $35 or $40, the actual product. And I took those ingredients and then the ingredients from like the stress relief formula that we have on our website. Okay. And then I added more ingredients that I had Googled for anxiety and anxious feelings, and I just added all those together and made this boost. And so I created that for Bree last night, and then I turned it on for her. And then this morning I put the energy on her, and then so today when I picked her up from work, I asked her. Well, she had logged in, I think, to do a spark scan, and she's like, was really appreciative of those boosts. She's like, I didn't realize I had those on, but she's like, no wonder I had so much more energy today, and I haven't been so stressed out from everybody, at work, because she's really sensitive to, other people, and so really helpful for her. So
Wow.
that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting to see, others get benefit, especially when you refer it to them, right?
Right, exactly.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. And how long have you been using the boost so far, Tracy?
So the end of April is when we started.
Okay.
And then my husband recently noticed he was having what may or may not have been plantar fasciitis, but he was having like the pain in the bottom of his heel when he would wake up in the morning and kind of throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
Worse in the morning. And I've had it, so I know how it feels. He was using the custom boost and then the inflammation boost, and I'm not sure what else, but anyway, within just a matter of a couple of days, it went away and it's not returned. So it was,
Oh, wow.
because when I had it, it lasted like a year in both
Right.
feet. It was terrible. So
Yeah, I had it before. It lasted about a couple months, and you know what? That's one of that. That's a testimonial in itself for me, because when I started using this technology, it just went away, and I just totally forgot I had it.
oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. I remember, as you guys, as you mentioned this. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, well, thank you for sharing that, Tracy. Let's see
Welcome.
here. Malik, did you want to add anything before we bring on the master distributor of Limbic Art International?
No, go ahead and bring them on.
Well, guys, without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce to you guys Mr. Ron Spence, master distributor of Limbic Art. He is here to share some of his knowledge, his experience with us, and we're going to open up for Q&A. So between Tracy and I and the whole team here, if you guys have any questions, we're going to go ahead and kind of talk a little bit about these questions. And then also we want to talk a little bit about 5G and how these things could help and how can it harm us. So we're going to kind of have some questions for Mr. Ron Spence. So Ron, how are you doing today?
We're doing. How about you?
We're doing good, actually. Out here in California, the smoke is cleared. We sent all the smoke to Utah. Did you see it?
Yeah, we sent it back. You didn't pay your postage on it.
Oh man, it was return to sender.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what? Well, I can see the mountains now. I can see Mount Diablo really clear from my house now, so I don't have no traces. It must got caught from the shore.
we actually had some rain, so it laundered the air.
Oh, awesome! We needed that. Appreciate you guys putting that rain in the air. Did you do that through an info boost, or I know there's a secret to it, right?
No, it just showed
boost?
up. I don't. Maybe we did it by accident. I don't know.
It happens sometimes when you got the whole community, wishing good upon us all, right? So appreciate that, Ron. Appreciate.
You were talking about 5G, and I was on an info or a Zoom meeting today with our members over in Europe. And
Okay.
that was a big topic that they had today. And we talked a lot about that. So it's fresh in my mind.
Let me ask you this. How does 5G harm us? How would 5G harm us then?
Well, let me first of all start off by sharing with you a personal experience that happened to me personally, which sends a message loud and clear. For about a little bit over a week, I became very ill. I hardly ever get sick, and in fact, when I first started this a few years ago, I'd get the flu every year, and of course I was suffering from asthma last 10 years, and for some reason in the fall months it gets worse for me. I don't know why, but that's something that I had to deal with. The last year I didn't have any asthma, and I didn't get any flu, and when everybody around me got it. Now that was the first experience, but the last couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure I got coronavirus, so I'm glad you guys aren't by me. But I had all the symptoms, all the things they say, if you have coronavirus, here's the symptoms. Bingo, I had all of them. But I got sick, and of course, at my age, I'm in the vulnerable group, okay? And I thought, wow, this is really bad. You know, I know how to get healthy pretty quick, and I did all those things, and I wasn't making any progress for well over a week. I'm thinking, what is going on here? And so I decided to go ahead, and I hadn't run I had a voice scan going, but I run it for 14 days. But in the middle of this, I decided I'm going to go ahead and cut that short and find out, at least get some intuitive help from my subconscious and my innate intelligence to help me know what my body is looking for. And maybe that'll give me a kind of a hint or a guideline of what I could do, because I wasn't making any progress. And so what comes right at the top of this? 5G and radio waves. Now, and it's a high percentage in the 90s, which when that happens, it's basically, that's the red idiot light on your dashboard flashing, letting you know that you got to pull over right now or you're going to burn up your engine. And so I recognized, I recognized that, okay, I'm being attacked by electromagnetic frequencies, and in a big way. So here's what I did. I selected those. That's what you're supposed to do. You select them. The way Dr. Cook built and created the technology, he did it with the intent that when you select an electromagnetic imponderable, if it shows up in your space in a high percentage, it's basically saying that you're being negatively impacted by that. And when you select it, it's actually set up in a way that actually stops the damage to biology. Okay, so as soon as I did that, remember now, over a week, I was making any progress. I'm thinking, man, this is crazy. That's never, in fact, it's never happened to me. And I turned it on. I could tell within 15 minutes my energy coming back and feeling a little bit better. The next morning when I woke up, I was just completely healed. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, here's something in play. Electromagnetics hit me, and no matter what I did, no matter I could run any boost or anything, it's not going to solve the problem if you're being attacked by electromagnetics. So I came to the conclusion that we have within our arsenal of in our library these imponderables called electromagnetics that are very valuable. In fact, I believe could be one of the most important things that we have in our library if you have an electromagnetic exposure. Now, the question was asked of me today, tell me what happens to the body if you have an electromagnetic exposure. Well, for the last year, I've been doing a lot of research on the impact of electromagnetics. Clear back 100 years, in fact, 100 years ago. And the first studies that came out on radio waves. Radio waves are something that it can affect you, apparently, because they showed that they implemented radio waves back, I think, the early 1900s. And as soon as they did that, 6 months later, we had I think it was the 1918 flu, one of the big killers out there. And that was the first scientists connected. And then they followed that process clear up through, and every time there's been a major release of something that's electromagnetic in nature, then they showed a very similar outcome. Well, I was reading the study of, in fact, I have it on another page. I could read it word for word, and you can hear it. But these are a number of doctors all around the world, they study this. They want to find out, it does electromagnetics, particularly 5G, since that's the bad boy that they're rolling out throughout the world, is that going to cause harm to human biology? I can tell you firsthand experience that it does with the experience I've had, but the research shows that as they connected the dots, they found out that electromagnetic 5G, when it hits the cell, it actually damages the cell, and it causes the cell to become sick. And the first thing the cell does, it wants to get rid of the extra waste material. The waste material that it sheds happens to be protein and RNA. And what is a virus? Virus is protein and RNA. So from that conclusion, and this is numerous studies, not just a one-time thing, they discovered that 5G exposure to human biology at the cellular level is actually creating viruses, a lot like the COVID-19. And then in another study, and these are various docs all around the world, most of these from other countries, they showed that when they cranked up the 5G, when you're in full immersion, is surrounded by 5G, and sometimes they can crank it up higher. Then it goes to a whole new level. Not only do you get sick, and you have these virus flu-like conditions, and if they test you, it'll show that you have a virus because your body is creating it. Okay. But what happens then when they crank it up more, it actually stops your body's ability to assimilate oxygen in the hemoglobin, which, it happens when you turn off your oxygen. You don't last too long, okay? And then you look at, I remember looking at a lot of these footages coming from China when the COVID virus first came out, and it was all over the news. And you'd see some of these Chinese walking around, and they'd just be walking, all of a sudden they'd flop over, boom, they're dead. Well, I thought, well, that's strange. Well, these guys explained how that happened. They says it gets to a certain point to where it stops the uptake of oxygen in the hemoglobin, and you die because there's no oxygen. That's the one thing they'll knock you off real fast. And so the question is this 5G going to harm us? Well, based on that research, and I have a whole bunch of it, based on that research, I would say yes, it will. In fact, it could be very damaging. So when we look at what we can do, what can we do about this stuff? Okay. Well, I personally experienced having a 5G exposure, radio waves too, and I guess they're in the same family. High percentage, which was telling me my body was being impacted, and for 7 to 10 days, I could not get rid of the stuff, and it just wouldn't go away, and it was yuck. I felt awful, and I was so perplexed as to what's going on until I did a voice scan, and the voice scan clearly showed my body telling me. That's why this is a great tool. My body was telling me, hey, you got a big hit here in electromagnetics, and I was able to neutralize that when I turned on those items. Turned on within minutes. I start feeling relief, and by the next day, a major improvement. So from me, personal experience wise, it tells me that we have a tool within our offering that can be very effective. How it works and how it neutralizes it, I don't know. I can speculate, but at the end of the day, what's important is that it does work. And so those of you who have that kind of exposure, and by the way, as time goes on, apparently we're all going to have that exposure, and some more than others because of where they work and where they live in cities and things like that. It's a higher concentration in metropolitan areas. And so that would be something I would always want to have turned on, always running. 5G, maybe it's 4G, maybe it's radio waves, maybe it's broadband, microwave, whatever it is. You want to stay close, pay close attention. You want to pay close attention to your voice scan to see if you have things showing up from an imponderable standpoint that's electromagnetic in nature. okay, and turn that on and keep that on. You might find out that you have to always have that on, not just when you do a voice scan, but just always have it on, because you're being exposed to something. Unless you solve the problem and take the 5G exposure away, or there is another thing in your homes and everything that, of course, most people don't do that, and it's hard to do that today. Remember when we had the hard lines, the wires connected everything. That's actually the safe way to do things. But everything's now radiation going through the air. We also can be exposed through our smart meters in our phones. In our homes. Most of our homes have smart meters that, remember when they send out the guy to come out and do a meter reading on your electricity. That was a manual effort. Now they don't have to do that because they have smart meters. They can do that remotely. Well, the smart meter is very high in electromagnetic. So I was curious about that, and I went ahead. Let me grab this here. I went ahead and got my smart meter, or excuse me, my EMF field tester. That's this guy here. Okay, it's a field tester that measures the exposure of electromagnetics in the area. And so I took this. Now, the standard, the Earth's standard Earth electromagnetics is 0.1, 0.2. Okay. When I took this over close to my electric meter, okay, it was like microwave readings. It was way high. So I know the smart meters are doing some damage here. You want to find out where your smart meter is located in your home. You certainly don't want to have your bedroom right next to there, or if it is, you want to change your bedroom to be at the other end of the room. Okay, so electromagnetics is a major concern. I think when I look at what we have, right now, as I see how this is rolling out, and over the next year or so when they roll out 5G, I'm telling you, it's going to be the biggest health concern. But the problem is most people aren't going to realize why are they unhealthy. They're not even going to realize. They don't have the tools that we have. Tools that will let you know, first of all, you have the exposure, and then being able to select it and be able to neutralize this. I think that's more important than anything that we're doing. And so, electromagnetics is very damaging. The research, the independent research, not stuff you hear on television, because no one's going to tell. It's such a big industry and billions of dollars involved in this thing. They're never going to tell you that there's a problem. Okay, you're going to have to figure out a way to opt out or at least protect yourself. Well, I just happened to see personally using this that it actually restored my health pretty quickly once I, first of all, recognized I was getting the exposure, and secondly, I was able to turn it on and neutralize it.
So that was my question next right there. How was you able to turn it on and neutralize that 5G?
Well, people don't, in our library, first of all, most of the things that we have in our library are nutraceutical in nature. The technology Dr. Cook built started by providing energy information on known nutraceuticals or botanicals that live out in the world and their historic use as a biochemical, product that a person to take and how it's used in the body. So there's a lot of history behind those nutraceuticals, those botanicals. And of course, what Dr. Cook does is he captures that energy information and he puts it in the cloud in the library. It's part of our library, and we can select it and receive that energy for us, okay? And it comes right directly to us. Now, someone who's new might think, wow, how is that different than if I'm eating a supplement or food that has these same botanical characteristics or chemistry? How is it that receiving the information of that can be effective? Okay, well, not only that can it be effective, I believe it can be more effective, and I believe it can be more effective simply because Our bodies are really designed to harvest information. It harvests the dots that I've connected, an observation I've made is once the cellular receptor takes the biochemical and it processes in the cell. Apparently, from that point on, our body harvests that information. But if it never gets that far because the receptor is blocked, then we don't receive that and we're deficient. And we know that toxins will block that. We know that toxins are the biggest cause. We even know that there's a thing called nutrient competition, where more than one nutrient gets to this receptor at the same time, it will block the other or the other nutrients. And so we have the same that happens there. And the other one we've learned is that electromagnetics interferes with the assimilation of nutrients. So we have three major categories, and within those categories, we have many types of things like for toxins. There's 80,000 chemicals used in the food processing industry. Those residues are in our food if you buy conventional food. We spray chemicals on our farmland, pesticides, insecticides, and one of the most big, or one of the biggest ones out there is glyphosates. And a study I read shows that 93% of Americans have glyphosates in their body. Not only does it block receptors and disrupt our microbiome, which also interferes with assimilation, but it's also found to be now cancer causing. And for years they say, hey, this stuff's okay. We're okay with that. And now we have the problems. Now, when you look at that, just that one example right there, and you look at studies by what Dr. Dr. Klinghardt, okay, he's another one out on the internet out there, medical doctor. He shows that Americans particularly have like 100 times more aluminum in our bodies than other countries. And of course, how we get that's a conspiracy theory. But nevertheless, we have this aluminum in our body, one way or the other.
All those chemtrails.
Exactly. There we go. Our conspiracy theory, Mensa. So in any event, so we have all this aluminum in us, and by the way, think of this for a minute. This is part. I remember reading this in one of the other studies, where not only is the aluminum harmful and it's uptaked in our body, in our brain, it interferes with our thought process. It also, when you think of that, turning up 5G, not only is it hurting our cells and decreasing our immunity, it's also allowing, it hits the aluminum in our body. Now, with the high concentration of aluminum in our body, think of taking a rolled up piece of aluminum, throwing it in your microwave and turning it on to see what happens, okay? That will give you kind of an idea what might be playing out with the high concentrations of aluminum in our body. Well, let's take a look what we do about that. Well, we have ingredients in our library. One of them in particular, Dr. Klinghardt says, is the very best botanical that he knows, and where it binds with aluminum and carries it out of the body. And what is that? It's called horsetail. It's called horsetail. So if you believe you might have aluminum toxicity, which pretty much everybody does, that's an ingredient that you might want to turn on and run that for a while to try to remove that buildup of aluminum toxins from our body. But Mansa, you asked me a question, and I went in another tangent. I probably didn't answer the question. What was that question you asked me?
How do we protect ourselves from 5G? You answered it in the office. So
yeah,
you answered it.
Yeah, it's basically.
Question real quick, since we're talking about aluminum, because I know a lot of us are using, foil and stuff. Does that, affect us in any way? I mean, we're always wrapping our foods up in foil and saving it for another day, or cooking in foil and all that stuff. I mean, does that contribute to these aluminums in our bodies, or what?
Unfortunately, it does. At the atomic level, there is always atomic particles that's always dropping off, if you will, particularly interacting with chemicals, which is your food. It's worse if you cook it in it, but we get aluminum that way also in our food. And so if you look at there's aluminum in our deodorants, there's aluminum in different hairsprays, there's arrows, the chemtrails. It's in our air, it's in our water, it's in our ground, all because the outside exposure is chemtrails. And by the way, this isn't a conspiracy theory. About 2 years ago, I was reading a report by Dane Wigington, who's a geoengineer, and he was interviewing a person from the Department of Defense, and the scientists actually got the air from a chemtrail. I don't know how they did that, but they got it, and they actually took it to government and basically say, hey, we analyzed the chemtrail material here, okay, this exhaust, and guess what we found? It's all these things in it. A big portion of that is aluminum. We caught you with your hands in a cookie jar, so let us know what's it. Well, and then he basically says, yeah, we have been doing it for years, and we're doing it for climate control. Well, I don't buy that for a minute, but at the end of the day, they finally came out and says, yeah, those are chemtrails, and they have aluminum as well as other things in there. And the other things that they found it was in there were fungus. Why would you put fungus in a chemtrail? Okay, so it's for bad reasons in my opinion. Okay, but look at this. Look what we have. We have the ability to. We have ingredients like Corstel that can help remove aluminum from our bodies. We have imponderable fungus imponderables that can identify if you're exposed to it and how to remove that, just like EMFs. We have EMF imponderables. If you're exposed to it, will identify that, and we have the ability to remove that. So anybody who doesn't use limbic arc and the tools that are available there, it's like playing Russian roulette with our health. Okay, I can tell from first-hand experience, this plum just works. It just plum works. And oh, by the way, someone asked me today over in Europe. They said, Ron, how come is it that when a brand new person comes up, we have some people that just embrace it, they love it, they see the effects, and other people not so much. Okay, what might be playing out there? And I said, let me give you my opinion on that, because first of all, the name of our company is called Limbic Arc. That limbic component is a very important part of what our technology is about. If a person is not getting a good experience, the dots that I connect is that I call it the limbic muscle. Okay, that's that. I call that's a person that sits between the conscious and subconscious. That that's not well developed. In other words, they haven't had enough experiences there. People who use limbic arc, the limbic muscle is more well developed. It's stronger. It's more efficient, and we're able to communicate more effectively with the quantum world and have better experiences. People who do not have a developed at all limbic system may in the beginning not have as good of experiences, although the technology is really helping them. They're just not sensitive enough to know that they're receiving that help. But as they keep it on and use it over month after month, that they'll have better experiences, and they'll actually get better results by just turning it on, using it, and just leaving time, help heal the body.
Okay, it seems like we got another question here from Tracy. Tracy, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi there, Ron. I appreciate you being on. So I was wondering about the Chi boost and what kind of like reactions or effects maybe that some people might have. Like maybe in the beginning, might there be some detox reactions, or maybe not?
Okay, all the above maybe. The chi, so that in theory, the Chi boost was designed to provide the body with. If you look at if you as a biologist say what does the body need every day to be healthy and strong? Well, it needs at least 9 essential amino acids, which we can produce in the body. We need all the vitamins, we need all the minerals and the trace elements. If we provide that to the body every day, we should be healthy and strong. Now, but turning those on right away to everybody, because there's a lot of ingredients, could be problematic for some people where it's too much for them. So we phased it in phase 1, 2, and 3, and what we're enhancing and improving that all the time, because we're taking anything that's a botanical is a better application. So we're taking the vitamins, for example, rather than have a vitamin by name, we're saying, okay, here's the botanical that has a high concentration of that vitamin in it. That's a better application. For example, here next week, I think we're going to have, for example, some new product ingredients, in fact, 30 some. And in that group, I happen to know some of them. And it's going to reduce the chi ingredients even more. For example, the 9 amino acids, the chia seed, okay? The chia seed has all those essential amino acids in it. So we'll probably reduce the amino acids down to one ingredient. And then where, for example, vitamin B17. Vitamin B17, the high concentration of B17 in a botanical happens to be apricot kernel. Well, we have apricot kernel oil, which is actually a more concentrated version of vitamin B17. So this is the approach that's being taken, and it's evolving until we get enough ingredients in there to be just nothing but botanicals. The other ingredients in there happen to be catalysts that we're experimenting with that may improve the whole thing, and some of those may change. So I would be, once you get to phase 3, then you just go back and see some of these changes, and then you can go in and eliminate some of the ones that we find where we have a botanical eliminate, 8 or 9 different ingredients.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. All right. Well, awesome.
So
Go ahead.
with the different phases.
Why the different phases?
Sorry, with the different phases. Well, no, not why, but like with the different phases, like when you get ready for, say, phase 2, you keep phase 1 on and then add phase 2, and then when you get to phase 3, you add phase 3.
Yeah, what you do is you terminate phase 1 rather than keep it on. Terminate it and just go to it again in history or in the library and add to it the phase 2 ingredients and same so forth. Now, some of the other ingredients that I didn't talk to you about that are in there has to do with building what is called oxalic acid in the body. Oxalic acid is a major acid. By itself is poisonous, but in the botanical world, when we take it into our body, it's a major support to the immune system. People who have, for example, if a person who has cancer, they have very low pH and they have very low oxalic acid. When you build those things up, it improves their situation immensely. Okay, the studies show that. So there's a component of the Chi Boost. It has ingredients in there that actually support. These are botanicals that our body harvests the oxalic acid information, and it was designed for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that, Ron. And we're at the top of the hour, legends. So appreciate all of you guys joining us and all these great questions that's coming in. And, let's keep this thing going, guys. Really appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you so much, Ron, for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge with us. Thank you, Tracy, for you showing up as well, and all the legends. Mr. Malik Amir, thank you for joining us. And all of you guys on YouTube, appreciate you for tuning in. So get with the person who invited you to this Zoom meeting. And, let me not say Zoom meeting. This is Webinar Jam, okay? We're a little step up, all right? So all of you guys who joined us here, get with the person who invited you, and let's get your quantum energy app going today, okay?
See you guys. I gotta take this call.
Waste another time. I mean, most of the time you guys can get set up with $10, all right? So let's get you guys in and test out this technology. And we'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace and blessings.
Quantum.
Quantum.
Peace and blessings.